So, hello everyone, I'm Chris. So, now welcome for a new series so-called Worth It or Not. So, before I go into that card, whether is this worth it for you to draw, please hear everything as I explain as much details and all the things you should know for this upcoming black gold card, which is Pandora. Alright, so prize for the joy in that pool we have Pandora and Zana herself, starting from next Monday 25th of May on 4 PM on GMT plus 8 which is Hong Kong time, or you call it Taiwan time also same. Alright, so we are going through his her leader skill first. Source of Sin. So elf attack, HP and recovery times 1.5. When there are 5 or more combos are made, team attack times 2 additionally. Extend time moving time regardless by 1.5 seconds, and all runestone possesses 300% effect of other runestone. So if you want to base on her multiplier, it isn't very high, even though you times you have both leader and ally together. It's not over 60 multiplier yet. I think around I think lesser than that but it's more toward the possession effects, because leader and ally you have 600% of effects of other runestone. So from what I remembered from the official stream, the other runestone does possess hard runes effect, but hard rune kinda like don't possess the other effects, the attributive effects, or not sure some sort. But the main key here is she is more on a runestone possession side. So the next one is Pandora's team skill. Recover all members synchronized with that of the member that has the highest recovery. So let's say your team have okay, what I remember is just Merlin 1206 recovery. So every member will copy her recovery and then share it for everyone So 5 times recovery of each monster added into its own attack. So let's say you already have Merlin 1206 added into the other elf members. Okay, you times another 5 of recovery for that recovery added into that attack. So it would be really powerful. If let's say you have a lower recovery it still doesn't matter, because that attack is going to carry up quite a lot. But the higher the recovery, the better So the third one, the craft will be fully charged after entering a stage, which is good because we don't have skills, don't have any leader that have this skill yet. I believe this is only for Pandora herself If you want to think about the other cards that can charge the craft, which is like Kula from the King of Fighter, and then Fenrir, which is both also need something to trigger, and Pandora don't need. You just enter and there you go, that's the craft activation. Okay, so change the craft apparatus into a flower pattern. Must meet specific requirement. I think it's 14 of elf or some sort, because it haven't mentioned on any place yet. So here we follow on the skills of the Pandora box. So for 3 rounds, the column of runestone on the far left and the far right side cannot be dissolved or explode. So it's a built-in tornado on the both side but you still can move around the most left and the most right column. So when the HP is full, damage received will not lead to a defeat. That one is pretty normal, because a lot of elf have that skill, so it's nothing too new about that. So for every combo made, combo count +4, so 1 + 4. So let's say your board you have 3 combo, in the end you will get 15 combo, and including the Skydraw also. So it can go over 20 very easily. So which is why her multiplier cannot be too high. That's the reason. If it's go over like her attack times 6. I'm gonna say this is going to be the most broken card ever made, but glad she is still on the safe side. Alright, follow on, we have her skill activation. So Imprecation of Desperation, CD6, which is very short for the cooldown. So explode all weather, frozen, weaken, electrify, and petrify runestones. It's basically tackle almost all of the runestone in the stage in the TOS series till now so far. So by tapping an attribute on the magic circle of element, like Ying Zhen lah, so each member launches an extra attack of that attribute. So what do you remember about that? It's a little bit like Qing Gui. So Qing Gui also tapping one of the magic circle, but the enemy will convert into that attribute lah. But for Pandora, you will launch that element that you picked. So let's say you pick fire, you will launch fire attack lah. It's going to be helpful on a lot of stages. And even if you don't, it will still give quite a powerful boost to the team lah. So continue. If the team consists of only elf, turn all runestone into enchanted elf runestone. So this one, let's say you didn't play a full elf team lah, you mix and match at here, I think you can ignore the third one because it's also considered quite a normal skill at there. So CD6, and then you have the runestone possession effect, 600%. So I say you spin one combo, you already can recover at max HP already. Alright, so another card that's going to come out in the pool, which is Zana, just as Bahamut and Behemoth. Some like those cards you can't they don't have guaranteed draw, but this time they added a new stuff onto her, but I'll cover it very soon. So Resonance of the World Zana team out accidentally by myself. So team skill for Zana, so HP, attack and recovery for of Resonant World of Zana plus 1000. Okay, I read that wrong. So it's only for Zana, but is it for other team skill? I think on the other part they already mentioned about the plus 1000 is going to have it for all of the members in the team. Right, continue on. Melodic Tune of Runes, cooldown 7, unlimited runestone movement time in 10 seconds without dissolving. It's considered another free card for you for free dissolve if you don't have Daji or so lah. So for one round, turn all runestone touch into enchanted earth elf runestone, which you can make the whole board into a encirclement of earth. 木围城 is what they call. So it's going to be quite weird because if you want higher combo, this card is not really suitable. But let's move on first as I cover more of her skill, how to use it. Earth attack and elf attack times 1.8. So she can be fit into other earth teams. So damage of earth members and elf dealt regardless of trio, elemental shield and quintet elemental shield. This is considered quite new because it combines both of the skill together. Because Arya only ignores quintet elemental shield, so Zana will ignore both. And then if you remember, Leonard also can ignore trio and quintet elemental shield, but both won't match together, right? So because Zana is Earth Elf. So another thing is you want to use this card in Pandora team, but you need higher combo for more damage ma. If you're going to move like the whole board into Earth Rune, of course that's not going to work. You can activate this skill, then the time tunnel will start running. Don't move anything, don't dissolve anything, leave it be. All the effects will be still there even after the time tunnels end. So the damage increase, the regardless of elemental shield will be still there. So except the turn all runestone move, that one will be still there, but since you don't have any time tunnel already, so that skill will be gone. So she is considered quite a essential, also optional card in Zana, but I believe not a lot of people able to get her. And so Midhead had made a new stuff implement into the game, which is you can trade this card, not buy, sorry. Also can say as buy, because you need either one extra copy of Bahamut or Behemoth with 2 Glory Stone. Yeah, is that what you call Glory Stone? To exchange 1 Zana, but that is very pricey, as I would say, and not many people would have 2 Glory Stone saved until now, unless you go and draw the latest series, which is this Creed of Earthling, and then keep it. And yeah, that's about Zana for now. Alright, so I will cover on my side right now, which is the utility cards here. Okay, let me activate back. Alright, so I know it's a bit small at here, but bear with me. So here I'm arranged according to their recovery here. So as you can see from the first one till the last one, which one have the highest recovery in the game right now, according to Elf lah. But there are more cards available for you to pick. But just saying that the highest right now is Matryoshka. Matryoshka has 1k and 1210 lah, basically 1210. And follow on we have Merlin 1203. Then moving on will be lower, lesser than 1100 or 1001 rather. So if you according to your inventory, see what card you have, and then to fit in as much as you could lah. But I would say Merlin would be one of the best choice to fit in the team, because she is able to launch extra attack because of the new leader skill here, team skill, that's able to balance your recovery in the end. Okay, sorry. There are a few ulcers in my mouth right now, and it's really pain. And let us move on. The more attribute in the team, the higher the team recovery, of course, to the 3.5. That one consider very simple already, because for Pandora team, you don't need to worry about any recovery issue here. Even though your recovery had been minus till 10%, I think you still can recover to the max, because 600% boys and girls. The only thing you want to take note is the one at the bottom, when all members have same recovery basic value, 1 extra dark attack will be launched by each member. 5% damage dealt to the enemy will be converted to HP recovery, that one blah blah blah. Okay, so there are the recovery parts, and also we are entering another day, so give me a little bit of time, as I didn't expect that. Alright, let's quickly move back to the teams here. Alright, so second one. So there are a few things that Pandora cannot tackle, which is the burning runes, the burning tiles or whatever, and puzzle. So for burning, right, you would have 2 cards to tackle. One is her, Migrants, and Onyx. Onyx is one of the later cards lah. But if you don't have, you are able to farm Migrants instead. But if you think that farming this card is quite hectic, you can use Taji to arrange the board nicely. But of course, there are sometimes you don't have enough skill and then you want to keep your Daji for the best. You can use this card instead. So move on, we have some certain card that can convert for your board. So converter type, we have Super 7 here. So Super 7, the team can be activated when the skill can be activated when there are 2 or more elves in the team, which fully required for Pandora team. So turn all runestone into fixed number and fixed position of heart runes and elf runes of 5 attributes. So let's say you are meeting a stage that have fire trails or such lah. You can straight away use Super 7 to make your board easier to spin, including those stages that requires you to dissolve that certain kind of runestones, then certain attribute of runestones. So let's say that stage only allow you to dissolve dark runestone, then you can use Aura Light and then easily dissolve with extra combos drop for you because the heart runes was stacked. If you have this card, you should know how it works out. So moving on, we have Amber. Amber is a full board converter as well, and if you remember how Hideyoshi's runestone movement type works, it should be easy for you to have 9 combo without any issue. But of course, if you activated Pandora box, it's going to be the middle part arranged for you. It's going to be the middle part that can be dissolved, except the most side columns. But in the end, she is still a good card lah, Amber. And we have Sishi. Sishi is 5 attribute conversion card to tackle those 5 Quintet Elemental Shield. But Pandora already ignore the Quintet Elemental Shield. So Sishi is considered an optional card to have in the team already. And move on, we have Mei Lily. So Mei Lily, if you put it on the 3rd and the 4th spot of the member, is going to help you in some certain way, because it will convert the column below the monster into 3 water runestone and then 2 heart runestones. So if you put it on the 3rd one, the 2nd, 3rd and the 4th will become water, earth, water, heart, and so on until the end. It's going to be quite helpful in the team. And lastly, we have Saruman here. Saruman, you have few stages of activation, and he can help you convert quite some dark runes for you, but also give you some damage boost also lah. So she is considered good also, but not too essential, because that's why I put it at the last one. Now moving on, we have the passive active skills. So we start from the latest one, which is Valenti. Valenti is our new ultimate stage card here. For 2 rounds, the monster attack times 3. If an enemy is defeated, the number of runes with the skill stays in play and will not reduce. So it will guarantee to stay more than 3 turns for sure. But if you are able to kill the enemy consecutively, that skill won't drop until the end. And then when all members have same recovery basic value, which fits very well for Pandora, attacks of neighboring elves times 5. So she is going to help a lot in the team. So if you slot in next to Pandora, because Pandora's attack already times 5 from the recovery, is going to make her a more beast than a regular beast. You should know what I'm trying to say lah. Okay, so moving on, we have Andromeda. Andromeda also consider good lah. She will able to launch extra attack of the attribute you dissolve in that turn. So moving on, Wang Zhaojun here attacks time 1.5, so each group dissolved, 1 enchanted elf runes will be dissolved to the max of 8 runestone generated. So this skill will be deactivated if you dissolve no raised runestones. So but for Pandora team it wouldn't be a problem, and of course if you think times 1.5 is low, you can move on to the next one, which is Pepever. So Pepever are team attack times 2. So deduct 1% of HP as long as you move until you deduct bottom out at 1, and this skill can be deactivated when it's ready again. She so far is Pepever, sorry, my throat hurts right now. Pepever right now have one of the highest passive multiplier for elf team right now for you to choose, and she is from ultimate stage, so you have to wait for her to return if you don't have, and you can say that she is considered one of the fixed member inside the team already. So never forget that we still have Shy Plant. Why we didn't use her a lot these days? Because all the enemy nowadays are launching more than 20-30k of attack. I mean, hello, you just activate this skill, because this skill, if you sustain 50% or higher HP in the end of the round, the skill will -5, so you can straight away activate it. But when you look at the attacks from the enemy nowadays, you activate once, you have to wait 5 turns already, because elf team HP not really that high. So even for Pandora lah, you got the HP increase till like 35k or 36k higher or so. I think Shy Plant would be secondary choice if you don't have Pepever, but she is good also because damage reduction is there, because Pandora don't have damage reduction except for undead for one time if your HP is max. So move on to the next one here. Also passive activations. So Figuja, that one is Chinese ma. So yeah, so Fei Ka, I don't know lah, never mind. So team attack continue to increase every round in the wave, so you only activate in that round lah, but that skill can be stored again and again, because it didn't stop you unless the skill says so that this skill cannot be stored or some sort. 2.5 is high, but for 1 turn only. And Delphinus, one of long lost card we haven't been talking about, and water attack times 2, but sadly it's just water attack. But again, she's an elf, you can consider to put more water elves into the team, so you can use Delphinus. But here's the kick. Random number ranging from 4 to 6 will be assigned onto the board, so it's like self-option obtained. It's going to be very hard for you to do so, because Pandora is already very hard to spin the board, and if you want to use this card, you go ahead, but when you reach 6 combo, don't cry at me please. So the last one here, Paper White. And I noticed that a lot of people didn't talk about Paper White being a good booster in the team, because when there are 3 or more attributes in the team, attack bonus for each combo times plus 30% until no attack is launched by this monster. So just the downside, you need to have 3 or more attributes in the team. The rest should be still fine, but look at that, 30% is like constantly increasing the percentage higher and higher, because if you want to use the other cards multipliers like Pepever or so, or some sort, I think Paperwork is still considered a good choice if you don't have those, because she is non-jackpot, and she has been out for very, very long. I believe a lot of people have this card in their inventory, forgotten, or just let her become the storage keeper. I see. Alright, so here are more utility cards you can have in the team, which is bloat. What the hell is that? So board explode. So cornflower here, it will explode the board, and then you increase the combo count for you. So straight away +8 isn't a bad choice either. And then times 1.3, you got another one. So there are already 2 skills in there, in cornflower. So you can use him as additional effect pusher, because if you have Darty in the team, Darty's second skill already consider 2 active skills, and we have cornflower here. You just need to activate him again. Basically 4 additional skills, able to push away all other stuff like into oblivion already. So good choice for Pandora herself. And Diamond is going to help you from dying from certain skills that can okay. Pandora can't block certain skill like 100% HP reduction, so diamonds here come into play. So additional team times 2, and then extend movement time to 20 seconds is going to be a lot. Same arrangement time, although this one don't have free movement like Taji. And then damage received will become 0, so applicable for boss skills such as Bloody Scythe and Fatal Blow. So this one also give you 2 additional effects. So she is also another good member, but optional because of her cooldown. Cooldown is too big. You have to wait like don't know how long, maybe until tomorrow already. Okay lah, just 10 turns only lah. It's very easy for Pandora to stall back, because your HP is high, your recovery is laggy, is more higher than the Skyscraper. Okay, move on. We have Pupuro. Pupuro, if you think that the additional recovery added into attack isn't high enough, you can use Pupuro to one-shot the enemy like bullet lah, like cannonball. So because the monster attack times 20 for 1 round, so no sharing to other members. So if you use it with Pandora together, Pandora's active skill together, she is going to launch twice of the attack. So let's say if the enemy is earth lah, you launch water, okay, the damage not enough. You pick fire, that fire is going to overcome that damage and surpass even way further than the water damage supposed to launch from Pupuro herself. I'm about to use my keyboard to switch my phone. Okay, going on, we have down to these 2 cards, Sapphire and Ruby. So those cards can tackle with the frozen and burning the enemy, not on the board, and on the enemy. So it's additional controlling effects skills onto the enemy. So because we have a lot of skills nowadays that they will stop your attack by a lot, unless you electrify it or you burn it, you freeze it, some sort of the skills. So these cards can help you a lot if you don't want to stay too long in that stage. So alright, so I think that's all for what I can cover for this upcoming Black Gold, Pandora, and Zana. So don't forget that Zana is also a Black Gold, just like Bahamut and Behemoth. Okay, So is it worth it or not? So I would say 50-50 that she's uniquely powerful, because just like other black gold cards, there are some skills that cannot be how do you say it, cannot be replaced by other cards instead. She is unique, but come to think of it, you need 200 diamonds just to get one card. If your luck is really as bad as mine, I would say so, because it's been few versions that I get my black gold in the last row. So let's say you prepared 200 diamonds just to get Pandora. I mean, why don't you save that 200 diamond for the upcoming collaboration event, which is very soon, which you only need 175 diamonds to collect 8 cards that's playable even without other cards support, other collaboration cards or other own series cards to help the new collaboration cards in the game. Oh, okay. So economically, I would say that she isn't worth it to draw now, but if you have the money and the diamond, go ahead. She is worth it. So in the end, yes, she is worth it. For me, all black gold worth their value in Tower of Savior history. So that's all for this worth it or not series. So I hope you guys are still staying here. So if you guys enjoy the video, of course give me a like, and then subscribe to my channel as well. So I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.